What is going on, everybody? Chris C. Black Glove Reviews. If you like slashers, if you like the gialli, this is the place to be. You can find me here on YouTube, you can find me on IG, and you can find me in Letterboxd under the name Chris C. or Black Glove Reviews. Like I say, if you like slashers, if you like gialli, this is the place to be. Got my F-13 shirt on, even though it is Friday, but it is the 14th, sadly. So, but it's all good. Slasher Showcase. We are talking about probably the greatest slasher of the late 80s. We're talking about 1989. I mean, this film, God, I can't wait to talk about this one with you all who love this genre. As you know, I love slashers, and that's what this channel is based off of, slashers and gialli and Slasher Showcase. You know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But we're talking about 1989's Intruder, directed by Scott Spiegel, the late, great Scott Spiegel. He passed away, I think, 2025. May he rest in peace. Okay, so here we go. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Renee Estevez from the Sleepaway Camp sequel films as Linda. She plays like a little part in here. Liz Kern as Jennifer. We have Dan Hicks as Bill. We have David Burns as Greg. We have Sam Raimi. Yeah, that's Sam Raimi as Randy. And we have Ted Raimi as Joe. Sam Raimi, Evil Dead, and Ted Raimi. You'd recognize him from like a bunch of films. The brothers, gotta love it. Bruce Campbell makes a special appearance as a police officer from his time when he was doing Maniac Cop, so that's very cool. And then Lawrence Bender as Officer Adams. Lawrence Bender, so this is heavy hitters right here from back in the day. He later became a producer on quite a few Quentin Tarantino's earlier films. So hey, these people go on to get great things. This was released on January 13th, 1989. It's filmed in Bell, California, where there's a Dollar Tree in that location now. So this is based around a grocery store. I've worked in the grocery business for going on 25 years. I love the job. I love the people I work with. So it follows these people that work the night shift. And so basically, the director, the producers, everyone found this. It was a closed down store. The owner was gone doing something, so they asked the manager at the time if they can use it. I think they used it for like a couple weeks, I believe, something like that too. They went to these pantries to get this spoiled kind of like stuff to fill the store up, which is crazy. You know, that we do at my store through like Food for Families, stuff like that too. It's donations and all this other stuff too. So they get these trucks, 2 tons worth of this food back into the store so they can supply it so they could do this film. My God. So like I say, there's a lot of people involved in this film. Mr. Kirkman from The Walking Dead is involved in this film. Greg Nicotero. So this is legendary people here that do the practical effects and everything like that. Like I say, Ted Raimi, you know, and Sam Raimi specifically. So basically, Mr. Scott Spiegel worked on Evil Dead 2, which is my favorite Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 is my favorite of that franchise. The OG, of course, is a classic all-timer, but Evil Dead 2 just hits harder for me. But yeah, what can you say? And of course, Greg Nicotero and of course Robert Kirkman, we know through everything. The story is from Lawrence Bender, and then as well, who's like part of this as well. So it works out really good. Like I say, he's the one that plays that police officer at the end of the film, so that's very good. And then special makeup effects, like I say, Greg Nicotero and Robert Kurtzman. So it works out really good. Co-producer of this, Charles Band. That's right, Charlie Band. Full Moon. So he was with Empire Pictures a bit. That kind of fell through. All this other stuff. There's great special features on this Blu-ray. I believe Synapse is working on a 4K too. So hold out. If you don't have this, go and pick up the 4K. It'll be loaded with the special features that are in back of this one as well. Like I say, this thing is loaded in general. I'll show you this bad boy here in a second because it's a DVD combo pack when they used to do those. And of course, you can't beat the old school Synapse catalog in there. I collect these bad boys. I just love it. Who doesn't? So it just works out. So all good. So it follows these employees that work the night shift at the store. It's getting ready to close for the night. The owner comes down and basically tells them, hey, unfortunately, I'm going to sell the store. So you guys have basically like 2 weeks. We'll give you severance pay, all this other stuff too. So try to find other jobs and stuff like that. They're all disappointed because the store isn't making any money. And the co-owner his partner, like, basically isn't having it. He doesn't like the idea, but he's basically forced to sign this. All the time this is happening, the lead final girl, you can say, Miss Jennifer's ex-boyfriend stops in. This biker dude, played by, let's see, I don't think I put his name down here, and I do apologize if I did not. But he comes in here, and he's like, "I still love you," and all this other stuff too. He slaps her. It's basically an abusive relationship, right? These dudes try to get him out of there. He basically kicks their ass. They finally like kick his ass out of this place. They close the store down for the night. They call the cops. The cops later come in there saying, "Well, he's not here, but we'll keep an eye out for him. If you ever have a problem, just call us and stuff. We'll come down here." Sure, okay. You have some slapstick, like a little bit dark comedy with the two police officers, and then basically Dan Hicks, who plays Bill, one of the co-owners of this place, goes out there to see something. He hears something, and then he has a fight with the ex-boyfriend, who like knocks him out, I guess with a hammer or something like that too. And he ends up going into the store. And so this fight kind of goes outside. Then you see this POV shots of this killer that ends up going into the store. Some relationships kind of bloom and all this other stuff as well. And these coworkers are starting to get picked off one by one in the coolest, most gruesome ways you can think of. The practical effects are great in here. This is a splatter slasher at its finest. It is very good. I am shocked it took me this long to check this one out. It goes to a very basically conclusion you can kind of see coming, but it works out really good. So everybody was great in this. Sam Raimi's a good actor. There's a scene where his character basically gets killed by this meat hook and stuff like that, and he's like literally like hanging there and all this other stuff as well. This has outtakes in here, like certain scenes from the film that are done in a certain way. Synapse did a badass job in here. Like I say, it's loaded with special features, all new 2K digital restoration of the original uncensored director's cut. Like I say, this was like heavily censored at the time when it came out in VHS, and then it just made the rounds, and sure enough, Synapse is cool enough to kind of release this uncut version of this film. It is very cool that they're able at the time to talk. This is an old Blu-ray. This was done in 2013, I believe, and they talked to him, and of course, unfortunately, he passed away in 2025. But it's cool looking at these interviews, talking to Bruce Campbell, who's fighting the good fight, and all this other stuff as well. So it's very cool. All these people that were involved in Evil Dead franchise, and all of them are in this film, and all of them would go to do great things in the future. So this is a great starting point. It's an all-time slasher for me. Just knowing who was involved in this. And yeah, it's a good one. The soundtrack is great. Them just stocking the shelves at night is very cool. I'm like, yeah, I've done that before. I've done this before, and all this other stuff too. So as a grocery store journeyman like myself, you gotta love it. When I started getting into slashers, I'm thinking, yeah, it'd do great to do like a slasher in a grocery store. Sure enough, you have one in a grocery store. This is Intruder, also called Night Crew back in the day, because or like, Night Crew. I believe that's what they called it, whatever like that. And it showed older films that Raimi did in like '77, and Spiegel did, and all this other stuff too. This old footage, which is flipping terrific. I love if there's maybe a cut of that somewhere, or if one of these companies think about releasing that one. That'd be very cool to do just for the hell of it. SOV, you gotta love that stuff too. This gets a solid 8 out of 10 for me. The budget for this was $130,000. So, I mean, man, it's like, what I mean, what can you say? Like I said, this never really touched the theater, so that's really unfortunate. But it's during like the direct-to-video days. But when this works, it works. It's a good independent horror. You can't beat it. Quick trivia here, which I did not know: Tobe Hooper was considered to be the director of this. How about that? Like Tobe Hooper, the Tobe Hooper version of this would be very, very interesting. Let me know your all thoughts on that in the comment section. I do appreciate that. But yeah, a solid 8 out of 10, almost a 9. I have to admit, I like this one a lot. It's highly rewatchable. Let me know if you've seen Intruder, and if you do like what you see here, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share this with all your friends and all this other good stuff as well. I am Black Glove Reviews. This is Slasher Showcase. You all enjoy the weekend or whatever day it is you're all at here in this great world that we live in, great community. I will see you little savages next time, and yeah, make sure you lock up everything in the store. You never know if one of your coworkers decides to go a little bit berserk. I'll see y'all next time.